Well, you've got your food mapped out, you've got your football tickets secured, and you maybe even have that concert schedule memorized. But when the State Fair of Texas opens this week, visitors will also want to be sure to familiarize themselves on security policies and changes for this year before heading to Fair Park. We have former Dallas Police Chief David Brown joining us now on what to expect, including some big changes. The first one that kind of mimics a change that we've seen now at a lot of stadiums and concert venues.
It really is kind of a best practice standard now to have a clear bag. So security professionals can see what's in the bag, make sure no one's trying to get a weapon or something that's not safe into the fair. So it's best practices at the point.
And you mentioned, too, they kind of went back and forth between restricting the size of bags versus going to the clear bag. There's no size restriction. It's just whatever bag as long as it's clear.
That's right. Another, I think, concession to some of the criticisms of, I got a lot of stuff that I want to bring into the fair. People with young children, you guys just want to put a lot of stuff in the bag, and really it wasn't a distinction between how much stuff you have. It's just, can we see what's there?
Right. And I have to imagine, too, that this will hopefully expedite security for getting into the fair for a lot of guests.
I think so. Just having too much stuff and having to take it out because the bag's too small just slowed up the line. As you know, we want to get inside and have a great time.
Right. You want to get there and get to those corny dogs immediately. Right. Okay, another policy that we'll see is something fairgoers saw when they went last year. It kind of stemmed from the shooting in 2023. Well, last year, the fair implemented what was a controversial weapons ban, and it's not just the State Fair of Texas that has done something like this. Houston Rodeo has taken the same measure. That's right. San Antonio Rodeo and Rodeo Austin. I know it was met with a court battle, but as things stand right now, that weapons ban will remain in place for this year as well. Is this a step that you find to be effective in these cases?
Again, I think that, weapons inside very dense populated areas where you have families, all ages, it's just the safest, most common sense thing that I think the courts landed in the right place.
And you served as chief of police. I know now you act independently. You do security consulting, but you served as chief of police in Dallas when there were several major events that happened in the city. Do you think just even in the past 10 years or so, security at these type of events has really changed?
Yes, for the better. I think what you find at AT&T stadiums when you go to a Cowboy game or a concert there, clear plastic bags, no weapons involved. You go to Six Flags, same things. So I think everyone's landing in the right place as far as all these security measures that will make us all safer and have a great time without worrying about our own safety.
Right. At this point, you got to get that clear bag. You got to get the several sizes and be prepared for that. Okay. And then there's another policy already in place for minors. Starting at 5 p.m. daily, all guests under 17 must be accompanied by an adult. What does enforcement of this policy look like?
Enforcement is going to be mostly notifying people, getting on the air like we are now, talking to as many people about it as possible, so you won't get to the gate and then have to figure out, I can't get in because I don't have an adult. Some of the biggest challenges State Fair and other venues have had is young people unescorted by an adult acting their age. And that's been a big challenge because, law enforcement, we don't want to put young people in jail, nor do we want to detain them or cause some other issue to escalate. And so parents, hopefully, but a responsible adult, I think will help all of these challenges that we've had in the past. I think it's a good policy, pretty reasonable, I think.
May not be the best use of security to be babysitting teenagers when they can be best serving elsewhere. I understand. Well, Chief Brown, thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
And like he said, familiarize yourself on those rules. There are some exceptions for the clear bag policy, but we'll have all of that linked on our website, fox4news.com. We'll be right back after this.